We are back with Linguistic Lips, and I'm your host, Indian Girl Native. Before we get started, let's talk about this date my friend thing that I got going on. It seems like the men are out here really showing your true colors, like you're also a bunch of cheaters, because none of the men want to apply. Is it because you're going to be exposed? If y'all are really out here and want to date somebody, y'all need to apply to Date My Friend and get on the show so we can match y'all up with some people. Everybody can't keep complaining about dating and then y'all don't want to get on a project to probably meet your forever mate. So that's all I got to say about that. But back to today's show, we have to my right. Oh, I'm Freckles. And to my far right,
just Tony.
And to my left, we have our newcomer,
K-Powell.
K-Powell. And we are here. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about men as the leader of the household. So basically, running a household. What does that mean? What does that look like? And how does that feel? And does it work for every relationship? I'm going to start with you, Tony, since you're the only guy here. How do you feel about that?
That's all you need. Just me. That's all you need. Running a household, a man should be the leader. Because women, if I can say, you're naturally built to want to be secure. And you want to be with somebody that's going to be a protector. And with a protector, provider becomes a leader. So I think men today have got life fucked up because they talk about they are the prize. And there ain't no way in hell in history has a woman ever chased a man and became the leader. So otherwise, just go get a woman. Be a lesbian.
Go be a woman. What do you think, Kay?
I mean, I agree. I think men should be definitely the leaders in the household, especially if there's children. But period, they need to be the leader. And that's just because that's just kind of how we are designed. Women are better. I think better being submissive. I'm happiest when I'm submissive to my man, and when I'm not, I'm the meanest and I am the most controlling, and it doesn't work. So that's just how I feel.
Freckles?
Well, I agree to a point. Men should be the leaders. Men should be the leaders. Men should be. But some men just don't know how to be. That's the problem. That's the problem that I'm finding. I'm very, very alpha, I guess you can say. So I tend to snatch that role if I see slack happening, because I ain't got time to play.
Well, are you alpha because you want to be, or are you alpha because you have to be?
Yeah.
One of the challenges I saw on TikTok here recently, it says, "Hey, babe, I can't help you out with the mortgage this month."
Yeah,
I saw that
one.
Yeah.
All of them was like,
all these months. What do you mean you can't pay the mortgage? You don't pay the mortgage any month.
And I'm like, y'all just pick the guys that actually pay. Well, how I feel about it, as far as leader, I agree with everyone. But as far as a man not being in a position to be a leader, it does go back to how they was brought up. True. And a lot of people are coming from broken homes, so men don't know how to be the leader. So a lot of men say, I'm supposed to be the leader, but say, baby, but I need you to pay half the bills. And, I also need you to do this for me and also do that for me. Oh, you know what? I'm going to work all day, and I'm not going to help you with the kids. I'm not going to help you with anything. But I want you to work and do all that.
I'm saying, you have to work too. And you have to work too.
That's not a true leader.
That's not a leader.
Yeah, that's not a true leader. And I do believe in a marriage situation, as far as the husband being a leader, it's going to be times that he can't lead, and you should be able to step in as the wife or the spouse or significant other. That doesn't mean you stay in that role. So you can step in and say, okay, I got you this time, whatever, until we get back on track or whatever the case may be. That should not be a permanent place for you as a woman. But if you're expecting your woman to pay half the bills and go to work and do all that, I think the roles are going to be a little bit different. It's going to look a little different. I agree with Kay where I want to be submissive. Right. I'm already in boss mode, work mode in every area in my life. And so I want to come home and be like, yes, babe, what do you need, babe? Yes, babe. Okay, that's what we're doing. Yes, okay. I want to be in that place. But like Tony said, it's like I have to lead. I have to be the aggressor. I have to make things happen, because these are the type of men that are out here where it's like, okay, they can't do it on their own, but is that something I want full time for the rest of my life?
Yeah. But let me ask you, are you saying that monetary you're being a leader or just physically being a leader? Because from what you say, Okay, so in my opinion, a leader doesn't have to make the most money in the household.
Okay, true that.
And so the woman can make more money, her husband still be the leader of the household.
True.
So there's never, in my opinion, I just don't feel like a woman should have to lead the household ever. Her husband should, unless he's like sick and on the deathbed, he should be the leader regardless. Now, money shouldn't determine whether he's leader or not. And if you're with someone that you feel like you have to be an alpha female, you have to be the head, then you more than likely shouldn't be with that.
That's the wrong someone.
It's the wrong
Exactly. That's why I'm single.
I agree with what you're saying, but here's the issue.
I mean, the leader with that money thing is the issue.
Allow me to retort. Vast majority of women that I've met, that they make more money than their men, they hold that over their heads
Against them.
as a whole. Like, I'm the one paying the bills, I'm the one leading us, I'm the one doing all this, and the other men are some great men. I have a cousin. He does IT. He's IT engineer. He makes 150. Does good. He's married to a doctor. She's making 400.
Better.
She does great.
She reminds him often that all this
It's her.
is because of me.
No.
But you have
You're not
a
supposed
man.
to do that. You're
You
not
have a
supposed to do
man.
She's not being a very good
You know,
partner.
you have a man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you have a man that's 6 foot.
Oh,
You know,
makes good money.
makes good money, not a bum, can be on his own, but you just happen to be the unicorn that's making $400,000 a year. Because who makes $400,000 a year? Less than 1% of the whole American population. So they're looking at 0.5% of the black population. So, because you've made it to that point, and now he's at a point now, I said, I'm just going to leave her, and I'm just going to take half her stuff.
Well, that's the way to get out. I would say that I've been in a situation where
Two-way street, baby.
I've been in a
We
situation.
do that too all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in a situation where I was making the money, and I told him, I was like, it's not about the money, it's about everything else. So if you're not bringing in or you can't contribute, don't become a liability.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
don't make sure, okay, can you cook the meals? Can you go get some food for us? Can you not run the washing machine 2, 3, 5, 10 days out the week? Can you not, run up our electricity bill because you're here all day long and using everything and YouTubing all day long? It's like, it's not even to throw it in your face. It's like, hey, look, make sure you're not a liability. You should always be an asset in the other person's life. If you're not bringing anything to the table, because as women, we're going to nurture, we're going to care for you, we're going to put you in a position where you're able to go to work and do your job and make life easier for you. So if you're not bringing in the money, you should make life easier for her. Right. And then lead in other areas, because I listen to the radio station out here, and the woman she works, and the husband, he's a stay-at-home. Well, before they had a kid, he was a stay-at-home husband, and now he's a stay-at-home dad. And they created that dynamic where it works for them, and he's still the leader. And and they talk about that role. So that's the other thing, is like your household could be any way you want it to be and what works for you. So if you say my husband's a leader and somebody says, but you make way more than him, how
It's not about the money.
it's like, that's not how we doing it in our house. That's not how we see it, But I feel like, I just feel like that men are taking the role leader and then say, oh, these women are too independent or this or that and the other. And again, it goes back to, what you both said. It's like, is it we want to, or because we've had to? Yeah. And we have to uncover that and stop attacking each other on, hey, I've been this way for so long because I've had to. I've been single. I've been a single parent, or I've been doing it on my own, so I'm used to that. And a man who's a leader, he's going to come in and say, I'm going to chip away at that. I'm going to show you what it's like to be taken care of. Nope, don't open that door. Nope, don't do that. Train you. He will train you.
It's hard for me to let a man open my door,
Oh yeah, I was trained. And when I left the marriage, I'll sit in my car like, wait, somebody. I'm like, oh my God, nobody's coming. Dang, I'm only trained now. Nobody's coming to open this door.
Is it hard for you because you're not used to it, or you think that if he's opening your door for you, that he has an ulterior motive?
Both.
Or you feel weak, like I'm not weak.
Both?
Yeah.
Why?
I always feel like a man has an ulterior motive on everything in life. I just do. Because most of them do.
What's the ulterior motive is to love you. Right. Because they feel like you have to
that's
love properly.
That's why I'm single. Because I just don't know how to let go of that. I don't know how to let somebody be that man that he wants to be or he is.
But the same way you have to kind of show a man sometimes how to love you, you have to show a man how to lead you too sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to be like, okay, well, you know, we're going to do this, and you really want him to be the leader, and he might be, you know, strong in certain aspects. Some of you like, look, you're not guiding me correctly, because that's not how you guide me. Some men can come off aggressive. They can be like, oh, you need to do this, or don't wear that, or, you know, you can't be with this person, you can't be with that person. And you're like, hold on, that's not leading me.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
controlling me.
That's controlling me. So
controlling.
let's not confuse leading with controlling. You have to show them, and you have to be willing to be shown how to be be a softer woman, you know. Because we can't really teach each other how to be men or women, but you have to be softer and be willing to let a man guide you, basically. I think we kind of we're like, oh, he's leading me somewhere like a dog. No, but he's guiding you.
I think my problem is too, because I've been single for so long. It's just me, and I do everything for me and everybody else around me, and so it's hard for me to let somebody else in to do something for me when I'm used to doing it.
Right.
I don't need you to do this. I don't.
But it's nice.
So what are you looking for then? If you want them to come in and be like, yeah, girl, we just gonna go out on dates, and you know we gonna knock boots here and there, and then you know we gonna keep moving, and he's not show you anything. You don't want him to, because if he acts like a bum, you're not gonna want him either.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So-
I have to learn how to be submissive. I have to learn how to let the man be the man.
Also, in
I just have to
submission,
learn
a man has to show that he's worthy of being
Exactly. I haven't found one. That's what it is. I haven't found one that's worthy.
Yeah, it's like, and they think, oh yeah, I want a woman.
Sorry.
No. Worthy of being what?
Submissive.
Submissive.
Yeah.
You know, any man can buy you dinner. Any man can buy you shoes.
Right.
Any man can Amazon you a package. But can it make
Buy
you
you
feel
coffee.
comfortable?
Yeah.
Here.
But,
Buy you
that's,
coffee.
but that's another thing. Submission
And-
doesn't start when you just start dating somebody. Submissive is like relationship, marriage stuff. And men are coming out to date. Can you be submissive? Are you gonna cook up? I'm like, sir, I don't know you. You haven't done anything.
What's your middle
Like,
name?
Yeah, you have to put me in a state of trust
The first-
and love and all these things where I can let go to be submissive. And then you got to understand you're going to have to be submissive to me too.
Yep.
And it's a two-way street in submission. And it's like, it's not a bad word. Y'all making it a bad word for a man to say, well, you know, I submit to my woman too, because both parties have to submit in some way, in some form or fashion.
Ain't easy.
Far as the submission is you letting the other person take the lead what they have the expertise in.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And admitting that, hey, look,
Admitting,
you're stronger
yeah.
stronger in this area.
You're better than that to me.
Exactly.
All you boo.
Yeah.
You just tell me what you need me
What
to
you need me to do?
Yeah.
What you need me to do.
Exactly.
Yes, because I mean, that's what I said that before. It's like I was good with the finances in all my relationships, and it's like, yeah, you handle it. I know the bill's gonna get paid. You'll handle it. My last situation is like we already know I'm the stronger person, but they wouldn't let me handle all of the finances, and it was like, okay, stuff is slipping through the crack. I don't like my money being played with. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me because I'm allowing you to show me that you can handle our finances. And if you can't do that, but you're still pushing it because you're supposed to be the man and the leader, that does not mean you get every role. If you're not good, I can't let you lead us to failure. You got to be leading us in the right direction for
That
me
does happen.
to me to submit and let you be the leader. I'm going to follow you. You can't lead us into hell. Like, what is going on here? Like, just because you think because you're a man and you should, that's not how it works. You have to earn that. You have to show yourself worthy. And that's like you said, like men thinking they're the prize now. No, it didn't never say anywhere where we had to come in and prove to you that we can provide for you and do all these things for you to accept us in your life. You're supposed to have all those things together. You know, I got this. And I'm at the point where, am I at the point in my life where I can bring a partner in? Can I be there for her the way, am I mentally prepared, physically prepared, financially prepared? Am I all these things where I can have a woman in my life? And men are not doing that anymore. They're going and say, hey, you going to pay half the bills. You going to do this. You going to do that. I'm like,
I haven't bumped into that, maybe because I haven't dated in so long, but I haven't bumped into the, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, or me asking him to do anything because I don't ask enough.
Yeah.
I get what I want.
And you
See,
shouldn't
that's
have
my
to.
problem, though.
But I think what was really holding everybody back from men in love is we're so entrenched on we know what we want. We know what, and if somebody says the wrong thing, then you're automatically out.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
That's me.
You got about
That's
4 or
me
5 days
in a heartbeat.
You know, to say what you need to say.
That's
shit
the
ain't
age
going,
thing.
The shit ain't going nowhere. Then I'm out.
that's the
You know?
age thing when we're 35 and up. And it's like, I'm set in my ways. If you can't match that, I'm not really going to change too much. And I tell people this all the time. If you with somebody and you look at them and say, if nothing changes about this person, can I be with them for the rest of my life? If the answer is no, then move on. Because the likelihood that they're going to change, they might change a little bit, but you have to go in knowing that I can't go in trying to change this person. It's going to end badly. So you got to go in saying, I like them how they are right now. I can live with this. I can be with this person. Let's move forward.
But you said how they are right now. So you mean it's when you first meet them? Because you know people change after 90 days.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you see
The
how they
real
are.
person comes
They-
out.
they- they-
I'm not talking about
Oh, yeah, they-
I'm not talking about the dating season. I'm talking about when y'all talking about being exclusive and being
Okay,
in a
so after the
relationship.
dating,
Yeah.
and
You know,
okay,
and you
right.
get to know each other.
Okay.
You figure some things out, and they be like, "Hey, you want to move forward with this relationship?" Like, let me look at my list. Okay, if you're gonna stay this way. If you're going to stay this way, am I going to be able to live with this for the rest of life? Because, there's some things you can not be bothered by or whatever, but you're looking at your pros and cons and say, if he never changes anything, if he still snores for the next 30 years, am I going to be able to deal with the snoring? If he still, eats with his mouth open, am I going to be able to deal with that for the rest of my life? So you're looking at those things like, what can you do? And then you got to look at yourself. Well, you know what? I got this habit too, and I want them to accept that about me. So it's like, you got to do the give and take.
It is a two-way street. It is a two-way street. What's on your list?
My list.
You said you have a list. What is on this list?
That need to be a whole nother episode. It's 16 things on my list.
16.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of my
You
list.
know,
I had to get rid of my list.
Oh no, because I look at it. It's on my wall. It's in my room, hanging up. Every day I get up, I can look at that list. And I'm gonna say something about this list. This is not a superficial list.
Okay.
This list are qualities in a man that I need to keep me humane and the best person that I need to be.
So this man
Straight,
comes and he
straight,
has
healthy,
11.
employed, likes me.
Huh?
Straight, healthy, employed, likes me.
No, if he has 11 out of the 16, yes. If that what you were going to
Yeah,
say.
if he has
yes, if he has 11 out of
16.
16, because some of them is like, I could be the strong person in this area, but it's some things that's like major. Like you have to be humane and kind. You have to love family. You have to be loyal. You have to support me.
So it's nothing as far as his appearance.
Oh no, it was on there. It says aesthetically appealing to me. Be able.
Aesthetically appealing to me. I like
Yeah.
that.
Let's go there real fast because aesthetics changed throughout the years. Trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go to my I won't say how many year high school reunion,
Yeah.
and them women don't look like they did, and them guys don't look like they did. So things
True.
change as you get older. So are you willing to change with that person?
Yeah.
Let that person, but
Yeah, I mean, for me, because that's nothing on my list. You got to be healthy and be health conscious, and physically, and want to work out and want to be healthy. So if
But
you're
it's not just a health-
if you're if
it's
you're
not just a body,
if
the
you-
face might change.
Yes, you're gonna be that good-looking man with some more wrinkles and some more gray over time. I don't think that if I found you attractive, you all of a sudden get ugly because you got some wrinkles. You're gonna be unattractive to me if you get older and gain 40, 50 pounds. And like, yo, that's something we could have worked on together. So if you had the physical health aspect of it where you was committed to health like I am, you don't have to worry about that. I'm still gonna find you attractive because guess what? All I did was just add a couple more wrinkles to your face or some more gray hair or balding or whatever. But before the I thought you said
Triggered.
yeah, but for the most part, I thought she raised her hand. But for the most part, it's like those things. Most of the things on the list has more to do with your character. It says argues fair, know when to say when. Meaning, if we're getting into it, you know how to say, babe, we need to stop. We need to just put this to the side. I love you. Da da da.
Yeah.
That's part of being a leader.
To do that.
That's part of being a leader.
Give me a hug when we are.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Yeah, because women, we get really emotional. When we're upset about something, we get emotional. We go all over the place. We don't need you to go all over the place
It's
with
with
us.
us,
That's
exactly.
the difference between men and women. Stay a
Exactly.
man and
Yep.
say, hey, let's think about this logically. Let's table this, babe. I love you. I don't want to argue about this. So, those are the things that are on my list. Like,
As a man, you do have to tell women sometimes, look, we're not talking about this right now.
Yeah.
Because
You
there's
take
nothing
it.
good going to come out of this conversation
But then you're gonna
right
get that
now.
woman that says, "But I want to talk about it right now."
Then you're going to talk to yourself.
That's the
'Cause
way you
we're not
usually
having
do.
this conversation right now because you're too emotional,
Exactly.
too much going on. Take your shot tequila. Let's go to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning.
I'm not gonna lie to you. In my 20s, I was the one that said, "Nah, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna do this now." And once I got over 35, over 40, it's like, you know what? It's not worth it. We can't talk about this later. If he want to walk away from the conversation, let him walk away. He's not leaving the relationship.
No.
But it's like when we both calm down, let's make sure we talk about it again. And that's another thing. Like, you gotta still revisit it because it's gonna be a constant problem if you never address it again. Don't just say, I don't want to talk about it right now,
And then it's
don't
over.
ever come back to the conversation.
Exactly.
It's going to be a
Come back
constant
next morning. I thought about
Yeah.
what you said. I thought about what you said. Oh, you heard what I said.
The next morning.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta sleep on it.
But you're not supposed to go to sleep mad at each other.
You should be mad because he said, "Baby, I love you. Let's talk about this tomorrow." So you should be
You can
mad.
still go to sleep mad.
No, man.
But you also can go to sleep with love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still love you. I just
Yeah.
don't like you right now.
We didn't
We'll talk about it
take
tomorrow.
it there. We didn't
You
call
know?
each other names. We didn't
Yeah,
get violent.
yeah.
So good. We still good.
Yeah.
We can talk. I'm gonna be upset.
Lay your ass down, go to
So, yeah.
sleep. I'm not gonna stab you in your sleep. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
smother you with a pillow. You know, we're gonna get up in the morning. You hungry? Let's get some eggs.
Wow.
Talk about it.
Yeah, over breakfast,
You know?
quietly. We had
But I
time
have
to think.
a question that kind of gets back on topic. So you kept mentioning 50-50. Is that like a no go for you guys?
50-50. No, I'm again. How you just define your relationship is how you define your relationship, and it's really nobody's business. I don't mind 50-50. I don't mind working and he works, and again, and he's still the leader. You know, but when it comes to 50-50, I don't believe that you should expect me to still do everything else. If we're both working and we're working, I was in a marriage where we was in the truck together 12 hours a day. And then I still was running another business, and I still came home every night and cooked for 6-7 kids and my husband, and I did all the things and made sure everybody's on schedule and make sure they had their chores done and all these things that I was doing. And it's like, well, I still expect you to be able to da da da. I'm like, what time of the day do you expect us to do this? Because, you know, it's like there's only so much time, and I do have to sleep, you know what I'm saying? And then it was more like, oh man, you're working too much in your job, cut back on your work. I love what I do.
Right.
So you want me to stop doing what I'm doing,
Right.
so you can be able to tell me, hey, since you're not doing this, you have to do XYZ for me. So that's more of a controlling leadership than to be a loving leadership. You know?
I had a relationship where he paid the mortgage and I paid the other bills. And everything else in the house was pretty much split as far as, you know, who cleaned what or whatever. It wasn't like, okay, this is your job and this is my job, and, you know, you
We
take
say other
stuff.
bills, there's like both the car notes and everything,
No,
or
no,
just the household bills.
That's it. Water.
No. Okay, he fixed the cars if anything was broken. I paid my own car note.
But let me ask you, with that arrangement where you're only spending, like, the mortgage might be nowadays $2,000. Let's just
Right.
say it for it.
Yeah.
It's $2,000, and the other bills probably maybe $500.
No, that's not true.
What-
We had a house. Them other bills were just as equal to the mortgage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
And that's
I'm
just
cheap, so
gas
my
and-
electricity and water bill stayed down.
No,
My
no.
stuff stay down.
Yeah.
Ours was pretty.
Oh,
it was
pretty well,
equal.
okay.
I didn't
So
do
that's
over
why everything
180 on the
was
light
pretty
bill.
equal.
If it's over 180,
Yeah.
we having a conversation. Hey, look, I'm
I need
turning
to
the
cut
lights
the
off.
He also took care of, like, you know, when my engine blew in my car, got me an engine, you know, stuff like that. He took care of the cars. Like I said, the car payments, I think they were paid off, or I don't remember.
Well,
But
situations
nonetheless,
like
everything,
that-
everything was great though. We never had an issue about bills. We never had an issue about anything like that. Don't ask me why we're not together now. That's a whole different
Okay.
story. But it wasn't because of bills.
I told my friend, I said, you know what, from here on out, because I feel like I put in all this work and all these relationships I had, I said, from here on out, I want him to pay all the bills, and I'm paying for date night, which is once a week, about $150-$200, and I'm paying for 4 vacations a year, which is about $4,000. He's like, well, that's a lot. I'm like, I said, I did the math. It's about $1,800 a month on my part. So how much you're paying for the household bills? And if you're paying just a little bit more than that, think about that. I'm paying for the date nights, and I'm like, and this person's in a relationship with somebody where he pays all his household bills, pays for all their date nights, pays for all their vacations. And he told me that that's just weird. I said, you're not even married to this person, and you're paying more than what I'm saying you would have to pay if we were in a relationship together.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Kind of think about it.
like, exactly. Like, so I said, so and you want to go on date nights, you want to spend time, so why can't that be the arrangement? And, you know, I just need to find somebody that's okay with that arrangement.
No, pause.
We can split food and stuff.
You want to go on date nights. We good sit at
men
home on the
don't wanna
couch.
go on date nights like that.
You want to go on date nights.
Not every man.
I have no.
But to keep your relationship
beg to differ.
thriving,
I beg to
Okay.
differ.
interesting, you need to have date nights.
You need to.
No, yes, you need to get out the house.
Stimulate
Yes.
it that way. Men maybe not so much, but women definitely have to be stimulated with
Yeah.
going outside the home and getting dressed up and feeling pretty and beautiful. We need that.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me, you don't ever get dressed up with me. You every time you go out with your friends, you dress up. I said, because you don't ever take me anywhere. So what am I getting dressed up for if you're not taking me anywhere? And again, nothing to say. Thank you.
But yeah, I can see if you're paying, your man is paying the mortgage and you're paying $500 worth of bills, then if your man goes out with his friends, I say cash out him some money for the night. Like, hey, here's your.
Oh yeah,
you
definitely
going
like that.
out?
We go out to dinner.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
pay
paying
dinner,
that.
yeah.
We go on vacation. I got that.
Yeah.
Because usually when you split it that way, he's paying 80% of the essential bills. And so therefore I will take care of all your other wants and you take all my needs. So
But I don't know if this is off the subject or not, but what do you think about when women come in with debt?
That's her debt.
We all have debt.
That's her debt.
So if she come in and the man says, I'm paying all the bills, and like, you know,
No.
honey, I just want to let you know I got about $30,000
No,
worth of debt.
and
Then
you
work on
pay
your
it.
debt.
You
Work
pay
on
it.
your
You
debt.
focus
See?
on your
Work
debt.
on your debt.
And let me take care of the rest.
I'm paying the bills
Yeah.
to give you extra money,
So now you can pay off your
put you in a
debt.
better situation.
Yeah, I said the
Yeah.
woman, but really it was the man that wanted me to pay his debt. I'm like,
You're not.
yeah, no,
No,
I'm not doing that.
You take your money, you focus. I've been in that exact same situation
No.
where she came to me. It was student loans, credit cards, just bad choices, and I'm like, look, I'll take care of the bills. You know, and even today, you pay like the water bill, like the gas bill, the electric bill. I'm Gucci.
Or just the groceries, because you
You
know,
know,
people
I'm
eat
Gucci.
grocery be like $700-800 a month now.
Don't eat that much. Good Lord, y'all eating good.
Yeah,
Well, she has just family.
no,
Yeah.
I know I
She had
don't. I'm
6, 7
Oh yeah, you got 6 kids.
No,
I'm
not
gonna-
anymore.
I would have published today, and I spent $80. I'm good for the week.
Oh yes, I said I was going to do the little delivery meals for $45 because it said 3 meals for 2 people, and I, you know, that's 6 meals right there, and I'm probably only eating 1/3 of it, so it's going to last me a whole week. Them 3
If
meals.
I was single and living by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I had no bills. I'd be good. Oh, I'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause you little.
Man, I don't eat.
yeah. I eat
don't-
once a
I
day.
eat too much. I'm not gonna lie. I eat
Yeah,
out way
but
too much.
when you're
I don't-
when you live by
It's just
yourself,
me.
you do eat out. I eat out more because I'm like, I'm not gonna cook because I
Cook for myself,
overcook.
yeah.
I overcook, and it's like,
and you waste food.
yeah.
And
I went and had
Pointless.
brunch today by myself. I was like, let me go over right over here. I'm like, dang, I just spent how much it would have cost me to get 3 meals online for 2 people.
But was it good though?
It was good.
Okay.
Somebody agreed. So,
As a-
what are your final thoughts on it, Tony?
As a man, 50-50 don't work. It's not going to work because as a man, you want a woman to cater to you and make you feel special. She's not going to do that if she feel like she's your roommate. Not going to happen.
Ah, that's a good
That's-
point.
That's
a good
100%
point.
with that. But
That's a good point.
Well, here's the thing.
The roommate
My
word.
thing is, if I'm saving, my man should be able to save too. And I feel like even with 50-50, he can save, I can save still because it's better than me paying 100% of the bill. Okay? And it's better than him paying 100% of the bill. So I'm not opposed to 50-50 only because, like I said, you have money for rainy day, I have money for rainy days. And we can use that money how we want to towards each other or on our own self, however that goes. I'm not opposed to it, but you know, whatever works for your household works for your household.
And what are your final thoughts, Freckles?
Well, I think 50-50 is cool. But I wouldn't do it. Because knowing me, I'm going to end up taking care of whatever anyway. It doesn't matter. If I have extra, then I see a bill, that's going to get taken care of. That's just going to happen. So 50-50 is good, I guess, for some people. I don't know, because when I was married, we just had one bank account, so it didn't matter. We just paid everything out the same
Oh,
bank
hell no.
account.
I'm not doing home
It worked for us.
Hell
We're still
no.
friends to this day. So
We had a
it
joint
worked for
account.
us.
We had joint account. We put so much money in it, per month. But
Yeah, we can do that. I'm having.
I don't know how to explain. I'm not explaining why I put.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that
spent $40
again. I wouldn't do that
$20
again. The next time I would do the joint account, but I'd have my own as well. I'm a little,
Yeah.
but nothing negative happened during that relationship because of money.
Okay.
Everything was great.
Okay.
Well, my final thoughts on man as a leader, it can work in any type of style you want. The man just needs to know what it means to be a leader. And the couple needs to discuss how does that look for them, whether you're paying half the bills or he's paying all the bills, or you want my arrangement where he pays the bills and I pay for date nights and vacations.
That sounds good
You
though.
know, so you know, whatever it looks
like
like
that.
for you, and basically that's how. But again,
got
man
fire.
as the leader is how it always should have been in the beginning, whether you agree or not. I think men need to realize, hey, just because somebody says you're a prize or whatever, you are a prize in your relationship once you get there because you're showing yourself to be a leader.
The woman needs to be the prize.
Yeah. So, but that's all we got for today's episode. Thank you guys for checking us out. And don't forget, if you are trying to meet your match, you need to go on and apply for Date My Friend. That means your friend is going to be setting you up on dates with people because they think that you suck at it. That's basically what's happening. So even if you don't have a friend, but you want to be considered as one of the people that needs to have a date, you need to submit too. Please have your shit together, as my mother would say. Don't come on here with your life in shambles and thinking we're going to set you up on dates. So that's the bottom line for that. So thank you so much for joining again, Linguistic Lips, and we will see you guys soon.